a small city on the banks of the Tiber River. Yet, in just a few centuries, it would grow into one of the most powerful empires the world has ever seen. Today we explore the rise of the Roman Empire. Hello history buffs. Welcome back to Back in Time channel. In today's video we're going to dive deep into the rise of the Roman Empire, how a humble city-state went from a small settlement to the ruler of the Mediterranean world. Grab your scrolls because this journey is about to get epic. Our story begins in 753 BCE, with the legendary founding of Rome. According to Roman myth, the city was established by Romulus and Remus, twin brothers raised by a she-wolf. While the details are steeped in legend, historians agree that early Rome began as a small settlement along the Tiber River in central Italy. At first, Rome was ruled by kings. The early Romans were farmers, warriors, and traders. But around 509 BCE, Rome transitioned from a monarchy to a republic. This was a game-changer. The Romans created a complex system of government where power was shared, but not without conflict. Tali. The Roman Republic had two consuls at the top, elected officials who held executive power. Below them were the Senate and the Assembly, where citizens could vote on important issues. But of course it wasn't all smooth sailing. Power struggles, class tensions, and the rise of military leaders created cracks in the Republic's foundation. Meanwhile, Rome was expanding. Its armies were formidable and they began conquering neighboring territories. By the 3rd century BCE, Rome controlled much of Italy, and soon, its legions would set their sights on the Mediterranean. The key turning point in Rome's rise came during the Punic Wars. Rome's bitter struggle with Carthage, led by the brilliant general Hannibal, would change the course of history. The First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE, was about control over trade routes in the western Mediterranean. The Romans emerged victorious, but the real test came in the Second Punic War. Hannibal's famous crossing of the Alps in 218 BCE caught the Romans by surprise. His army decimated Roman forces in battles like the Battle of Cannae, but Rome's resilience, and the leadership of figures like Scipio Africanus, would ultimately lead to victory in the Second Punic War. By the end of the Punic Wars, Rome had not only defeated Carthage, but it had also gained control over vast territories in Spain, North Africa, and beyond. This marked the beginning of Roman dominance in the Mediterranean. As Rome's influence spread, so did its internal conflicts. Powerful generals like Julius Caesar began to amass significant personal power. By the 1st century BCE, political instability reached its peak. Caesar's rise was both a symptom and a catalyst for the collapse of the Roman Republic. In 49 BCE, Julius Caesar famously crossed the Rubicon River, uttering the words, "The die is cast." This marked the start of a civil war between Caesar and Pompey, his former ally. Caesar emerged victorious and declared himself dictator for life. But his reign would be short-lived. In 44 BCE, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators, leading to more civil wars. Ultimately, Caesar's heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus, would emerge as the victor. In 27 BCE, Octavian was granted the title Augustus, becoming the first Roman emperor and marking the official beginning of the Roman Empire. Augustus would usher in an era of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. Under Augustus and his successors, the Roman Empire reached its zenith. It controlled vast territories stretching from Britain to Mesopotamia, from the Iberian Peninsula to Egypt. Roman law, engineering, and culture would shape the Western world for centuries. And that's how Rome went from a small city-state to the ruler of an empire that changed the world forever. From its legendary beginnings to its rise as the most powerful empire in history, the story of Rome is truly incredible. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more epic historical stories. Drop a comment below and let me know what part of Roman history you'd like to learn about next. Until then, carpe diem, seize the day.